Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to do one complete question of control account from the past papers. As this is a new code, the old code was 7110. So the question relates to that paper. It is of my 2017 P22, question number 2, part A and B. A part is of theory and we will be doing the B one right now. It says those who want to have a physical copy of this question, they may just simply Google this code, or if they have the past papers, they can look through the past papers, they'll find this question. Okay, it is of Umar sells good. The caption is Umar sells goods, and the question is for 9 marks. The question is for 9 marks. Now this is really a good chunk, a huge chunk. Okay, the requirement is that we have to prepare the sales ledger control account. The requirement is that we have to prepare the sales ledger control account. Sales ledger control account, date, details, amount, date, details, and amount. The question says Umar sells goods on credit and maintains a sale ledger control account. The following information is available for the month ended 31st March 2017. The question relates to the month of the March 2017. Amount owing by credit customers, check from the credit customers, dishonored check includes in the checks received, cash sales, credit notes issued to the customers, discount allowed, and bad debt. Total I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 values. I have 8 values in this question. I have 8 numeric figures in the question which are given to me. Now what I have to do is I have to only incorporate these 8 figures into the question, do a little bit of calculations, and I'll get all the marks. Now, first of all, it says amount owing by credit customers. It's opening balance. It will be mentioned with the first date of the month. It is 1st March. After these, all the transactions will be recorded on the last date of the month. Opening balance is 36,000. Opening balance is 36,000. The next is checks received from credit customers, 53,800. On 31st March, checks which will be regarded as bank, and the amount is 53,800. 53,800. After this, the next transaction is dishonored check included in check received. Already it is the figure, the amount of dishonored check is also mentioned over here. In this figure, this figure includes the checks which were later on dishonored. Now you see, when a check is dishonored, my receivable increases. It means that somebody gave me a check of 10,000. Now I do not have to take money from him. But when the check is dishonored, that is no longer the legal tender, or it loses its value for the 10,000. Now that person once again owes me 10,000. So when the check is dishonored, my trade receivable increases, and when asset increases, it is recorded on the debit side. Once again, it will be recorded with the last date of the month, March, dishonored check, You can either write it as a bank, and the amount of dishonored check is 2080. 2080. Next is cash sales. Now this is the tricky part. Cash sales have nothing to do with control account. Control accounts only deal with credit transactions. Cash sales have nothing to do with control accounts. Neither cash sales nor cash purchases. Credit sales. Credit sales are 51,270. Once again with the last date of the month. Credit sales 51,000 and it's 270. 51,270. Okay. Next is credit note issued. Credit notes issued to the customer. They are basically the sales return. The credit sales return. Credit notes. And the amount of credit notes is 1750. After this we have discount allowed of 950. And finally, bad debts of 1450. Bad debts of 1450. It's also on 31st March. 31st March. Bad debts of 1450. I'm just giving a random check that if there is anything else I do need to write. And that's it. That's it. I have incorporated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures. There were 9 marks for this. I have written 8 figures only. So I am going to get 8 marks. Whereas the 9th mark is for the balancing figure. You see. Now I am going to balance these. After doing, we will add both the sides, whichever is the bigger. The bigger side is 89,350. This is the bigger side, 89,350. 89,350. It will be mentioned on both the sides. Do not forget to close it with the double line. And then 31st March, I'll mention closing balance. I'll subtract the sum of these 4 figures from this 89,350, which will be 31,400, which will be 31,400. This 31,400 will be mentioned over here. Now you see, this is really very important. If you are not going to mention this over here, you will be losing 1 mark. You need to make, after March we have 1st April. You need to make the opening balance of the next month as 31,400. Now you are going to get full 9 marks from this question. Now there is no losing marks in this. That's it with respect to control accounts. I'll post more videos of the past papers of 7707. But the important thing which you need to learn is that the question may be asked from the control accounts with respect to incomplete records. Now, what's that? The examiner may give you the opening balance, he may give you the closing balance, and the missing figure would be of the credit sales. Now, how to find the credit sales when the other data is given? This I'll be teaching you this in the next video or the upcoming videos.